Hello everyone, Luna here. Today, we're going to create a procedural 2D multi-layer material. We can customize parameters like the number of layers, layer spacing, and the shape of each layer. Let's dive right into the practical steps. First, delete all existing objects and create a new cube. Then, add geometry nodes. Press Shift+A to add nodes, or use the shortcut Shift+Z. Create a grid and display it in wireframe mode. Adjust its dimensions. This grid is our foundational layer. I'll need to control its length, width, and subdivisions to ensure it forms a uniform plane. Let's clarify the math behind it. If there are 3 points along the length, that means there are 2 segments. So, subtract 1 from the point count to get the segment count. Then, divide the length by this segment count to get the length per segment. Next, divide the width by the length per segment to get the segment count for the width. Finally, add 1 to this value to get the point count along the width. I forgot to add 1, make sure to include it. Now we have a uniform grid. Next, we'll duplicate it. Add a repeat zone node. Start by using a transform node to position the geometry. Then, merge it with the original mesh. Use a combine XYZ node to adjust the vertical offset value. Connect control parameters to inputs. Modify the iteration count to increase the number of layers and connect it to the control panel. Rename the parameters for clarity. Now, let's add detail to the layers. Use noise to drive vertical displacement. The default noise output ranges from 0 to 1. Use a map range node to remap it to -1 to 1, then multiply it by a value to control its intensity. The noise scale is another key parameter to adjust. Next, add thickness. Use an extrude mesh node to extrude the layers and merge them with the base mesh. After adding a subdivision surface modifier, the model might look incorrect due to normal. Flip the original mesh and merge overlapping vertices. Now the subdivided surface should appear correct. Scatter points across the base layer and instance spheres onto these points. The default points may be uneven. Adjust the distribution mode and set a minimum spacing for more uniform placement. To avoid points near the edges, create a selection to filter them out. Use the Face Neighbors node. If a face has fewer than 4 neighbors, it's an edge face. Exclude these to keep spheres centered. Now, assign separate materials to the layers and spheres. You can also link the layer iteration count to the noise's W value for variation. Connect frequently adjusted parameters to the control panel. Add an offset value to the noise for further control. In the material editor, I've already added an HDRI for base lighting. Create two materials and assign them to the objects. For the spheres, create a yellow metallic material. For the layers, use a gradient texture and adjust the colors with a ramp. Add a light source for better illumination. Create a camera and position it. Click Render to generate the final image, then save as to export it. That's the process for creating a 2D multi-layer material. If you have questions, leave them in the comments, I'll respond promptly. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.